Terrorism Prevention Act. On the foreign scene, China tells U.S. to stop threatening judiciary sanctions against Cuba. In the exciting world of sports, Pep Guardiola to step down after a glittering decade as Manchester City manager. The studio time check is 1 o'clock. Good afternoon and glad to have you joining us on the afternoon news from Buzz 99.3 FM, a place where entertainment meets humanity. My name is Bamidupe Kolawole. Stay tuned as I bring you details of the news shortly. Now the news in detail. The Imole Campaign Council, the organization coordinating the re-election bid for Governor Ademola Adeleke, has claimed that an independent political survey allegedly commissioned by the All Progressive Congress projected victory for the incumbent governor in the forthcoming Osun governorship election. In a statement issued by Pelumi Olajengbese, the spokesperson of Imole Campaign Council in Osogbo, the council said it has obtained details of what it described as an internal political assessment reportedly carried out by the opposition party ahead of the 15th of August governorship poll. Olajengbese alleged that the findings of the assessment showed widespread public support for Adeleke across different segments of the state. Nigerian lawyer and activist Deji Adeoju has alleged that statements made by Islamic cleric Ahmed Gumi amount to promotion of terrorism, an offense punishable under Nigerian law with up to 20 years imprisonment. He also called for Gumi's prosecution under the Terrorist Prevention and Prohibition Act 2022. Adeoju's remark followed Gumi's televised interview on the 19th of May 2026, where the cleric urged Nigerians to learn to live with terrorists. According to Gumi, he said terrorists are under pressure to fight the government and that they need all the money they're getting from kidnapping. Reacting to the comment, Adeoju stated that the Terrorism Prevention and Prohibition Act 2022 do not only punish those who are physically carrying out terrorist attack, but also criminalize acts capable of encouraging, justifying, promoting, or supporting terrorists and terrorist group. In another development, the Isheshe Welfare Association IWA today called on the Southwest governors and all relevant security authorities to formally integrate traditional indigenous security protection and intelligence system as prescribed in IFA and upheld by legitimate traditional practitioners to nip in the board insecurity across the region. Iwa, in a statement released by the National Coordinator Aderemi Ifaolokmi Aderemi in Ibadan, condemned the recent wave of kidnappings, school adoption and killings across Yoruba land. It described the recent killings and adoption of school children in Orire local government area of the state as heinous act, assaults on the people of Yoruba land, the children, the culture and the sanctity of life that their ancestors held sacred. Iwa, popularly known as the Sheshe Assembly, said the adoption of innocent children and killing of community members in places like Orire local government and other parts of Oyo, Ondo, Ekiti and beyond are no longer isolated incidents. Now to the foreign report. On the foreign scene, China pledges support for Cuba and urged the United States to stop brandishing the judiciary stick against the country after Washington indicts the Caribbean island former leader Raul Castro on murder charges. The U.S. charges against the 94-year-old former president announced Wednesday fueled speculation that President Donald Trump would try to topple the communist state. Castro is the younger brother of Fidel Castro, the late influential U.S. nemesis who led Cuba's 1959 Communist Revolution. The charges against him stem from the downing of 2 civilian planes manned by anti-Castro pilots in 1996, which resulted in 4 deaths. Raul Castro was also charged with conspiracy to kill Americans and destruction of aircraft. Trump hailed the indictment on Wednesday as a very big moment and played down prospect of moving on Cuba, whose economy has been in a deepening crisis for months, driven by a U.S. oil blockade. In the exciting world of sport, Pep Guardiola will bring his trophy-laden decade as manager of Manchester City to an end this weekend, as recorded in a statement issued by the club today. Guardiola guided City to 20 trophies, including 6 Premier League titles and the club's only Champions League title over the past 10 seasons. The home match against Aston Villa on Sunday will be his final match in charge, although he's set to continue working for the City Football Group as a global ambassador. Guardiola, in a club statement, said he had a great time with the team and now it is time for him to leave. Dear listeners, that's a wrap on the afternoon news from Buzz 99.3 FM. Many thanks for listening, and do stay tuned as I bring you more interesting programs all lined up for your listening pleasure. My name is Bamidupe Kolawole. Good afternoon to you.